Merry meet and welcome to the space of unconditional love and acceptance. We're together and we're all united under the divine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today is February the 22nd. It's kind of neat because if you look at it, I realized today it was 2/22/219. So that was pretty neat. The number of 2 is the power of working through things, recognizing the goals or recognizing the obstacles that are in the way of your goals. So that's kind of the energy that's out there today. But for today, I was feeling a little lost and confused as to what I wanted to do for a reading for you guys. I was going through my oracle decks and stuff and just couldn't sit well with anything. And then I realized we had to go back to the basics of just grounding. I want to teach you guys a little bit about grounding today and grounding crystals. Before we go there, just a little bit of housekeeping. It is the last week of February is coming up, so that means the end of my 2-for-1 Reiki Crystal Treatment special is coming to an end. So if you're wanting that, shoot me a message now, reserve your deposit, and then if you do that, I can even carry those treatments on through March. We can book those treatments in March for you. So let me know, get back to me ASAP on that if you would love to start trying out these Reiki Crystal treatments to really help you access your divine cosmic potential and work through any of the energy hurdles or blocks that are currently in your way. And those treatments are available via distance as well, and I've had amazing results with those. If you want some testimonials, go check out my Facebook page, Pink Opal Dreams. All right, so let's get started here with a bit of grounding, with a bit of a bit of smudging. I think I need some grounding myself today. I've been feeling kind of blah. And so I think this will be great to really help connect with that energy. But let's first get rid of the blahness and get rid of all negativity. Open up this sacred space. Invite our guides here today to assist us in the understanding and comprehension of this, to assist us in connecting with the crystals. And just getting back to her true self. Okay, so grounding. What does it mean to ground? With grounding, you can never have too much. You can never be too grounded, to be honest. We have this misconception that grounding is heaviness. But what I've kind of learned to recognize is that heaviness is simply a fear of our ego, of letting go, of when we are truly grounded, the ego just falls away and we are connected with that ultimate source energy. We are tapped into the energy of all that is, all that has been, all that will be, and we can then open up our minds to all sorts of other potentials and possibilities. So I've noticed I'd had a bit of fear of grounding before with certain crystals, and I recognized that I just really had to sink in and sink past that feeling and just embrace that. And once I embraced that feeling, that heaviness, it felt like my ego was shattered and just all fell off and fell away. So don't be afraid to do that and to go there. A really amazing grounding stone, one that I work with intensely to start everyone off with, is smoky quartz. So I have a few pieces of smoky quartz here. I absolutely love this, and I always use it first because it's a little bit more of that gentle grounding, and it brings in that aspect of gratitude into the session. And then when we can have gratitude, that presence of fear isn't there so strongly, and we can more easily then bring in a bit of the heavier crystals to really sink into that feeling if we need it. Or even once we are tapped into that attitude of gratitude, then we can, that's when we can then bring in the other crystals and really have them start working. A lot of people find they're like, I have a headache. What crystals are great for headache? Or I'm having menstrual cramps, or I'm having back pain, or I need confidence. And they're like, what crystals can I use to work with those? But the thing is, you can bring in those crystals and they might work with you a bit. They might help a bit. But a lot of people then, they're like, hey, well, I've been carrying this crystal around in my pocket and I'm not noticing any difference. And it's because you're not connecting with it. Crystals work on a vibration, and we need to connect or tap into that vibration in order to allow the other crystals to work and to be utilized. So it's like, everything is a frequency, and it's like if someone's really, really happy and we're feeling sad and depressed, as soon as we go around them, it's going to be hard to experience the things that they are experiencing and to recognize and to have the same experiences in life as that person that's really happy, because we're living on a different vibration. So it's hard to tap into the experience of crystals and experience what they want us to experience if we are not on that same vibration that they are. So grounding is so important for that. Some crystals, so I love smoky quartz for grounding. That's a really great basic stone to work with, to start meditating with it. Good way to kind of get yourself to that vibration while working with smoky quartz and to resonate with it is to start exercising gratitude. A way to resonate with any object around you is to work with gratitude. And so what is gratitude really? Gratitude, once again, is just a vibration. It's a feeling. So how can we access that feeling, correct? You can just mimic situations in your life until you get used to that feeling, and then you can bring up that feeling in your life at any time. So you can start with, say, a person gave you a cup of coffee, and it's like, oh, thank you for giving me that cup of coffee. So just take a few moments right now to imagine, say you're in the drive-thru at Tim Hortons, and all of a sudden you roll up to the window, and the guy's like, oh, hey, actually the person in front of you paid for that. How does that feel to you? You just have this stirring in your heart, this little bubble of happiness, correct? Now, what if there is a situation bigger than that? Say you really want to go to an event, but you're short on money, and all of a sudden someone's like, hey, it's okay, I've got you, and they give you the money that you need, or you're short on your bills, and someone comes along and gifts you that. Or even if someone comes and gives you some amazing gift, and then that feeling, just allow that to bubble forth in your heart as if you're experiencing that situation. And then from there, you can just keep amping up the dial, keep thinking of bigger and bigger situations until you get to the point of unimaginable gratitude. So that could look something like, you are really sick and ill. One of my favorite examples is, you're sick and you need someone to donate a kidney to save your life, and they are willing to do that for you. Someone comes forth and says, hey, I love you. I'm willing to donate a kidney to you to save your life. It's just absolutely unimaginable. This just feeling just fills your whole body of this happiness and this expansiveness and this joy. And so smoky quartz is awesome. I'm just zipping through this really fast because there's a few other things I want to get to in this video. But you can just sit, take time during your day or, during your week. Just sit there and work through those feelings, work through those situations, and bring up that feeling and work with that and get used to feeling that feeling in your heart and existing on that. And then the question is, what would happen if you lived your life constantly living on that feeling? The earth around us is constantly giving us these things. The trees are constantly giving us air. The earth is constantly giving us food and sustainability and a place to live. And, more so than just civilization around us, but we are constantly supported by God and by the earth. And so there's no reason we can't exist through life being grateful for all of that, being grateful for a house, for a roof over our heads, for food in our bellies, for air and oxygen, for oxygen to breathe. So if we can exist on that vibration of gratitude, then that's when everything else in our life will start falling into place. Some other wonderful stones for grounding and for tapping into that energy is petrified wood. That's another one that can just like sink you into the earth and help you feel these strong roots and just being supported. Kambaba jasper is one I love. Whenever I feel this one, my soul becomes expansive and I feel limitless and powerful and just ultimately connected with everything. That's a great stone. Apache tears are great for some gentle grounding. These ones can really help relieve depression. We have black tourmaline, which is a little bit stronger. It's great for removing any negativity, for protecting us from any darker energies. Same with obsidian. I love these little mahogany obsidian that I used in my other video. Moss agate. Agate is another really great one for grounding. This stone is just so beautiful. It's got this wonderful transparency to it. So this is a good one for grounding and connecting with the earth and that earth vibration. Snake skin agate is another good one. Agate in general just has such a nice grounding property to it, and snake skin agate is really good for helping transform you, shed that layer of skin that's holding you back, that's like too tight and constricted now, but embracing your new divine self. So for this week, I'm not necessarily doing a meditation like I am with other ones. Just, try for this week ahead to practice that gratitude with smoky quartz and to really connect with that energy of all that is, to sink in, to allow your ego to fall away. And then once you do that, once you're existing on that vibration, that's when you can then bring in the other crystals like rose quartz or tiger's eye for confidence, amethyst to help open up your mind and your intuition, sodalite to help speak your truth, the intuition, the all-knowing once again. All of those crystals, you'll be able to really feel their effects so much more if you're already existing on that vibration. And another thing is, doing that is one thing I can really help you work through in the Reiki crystal treatments. Raising your vibration, tapping into that gratitude, grounding, and then I intuitively bring in other crystals during your treatment to help you heal any further emotional blockages that are there. So that's about it for today, but I hope you enjoyed just this little lesson on grounding and on gratitude. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We just had the blessed full moon. It was absolutely gorgeous in the sky last night, but you can already tell it's starting to wane, and we're going to be back at the new moon, creating new things before we know it. But right now, focusing on grounding can be really important as we just let go of all of those emotions that are no longer serving us during this particular moon phase period. All right, so blessed be. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be bringing you an oracle card reading on Monday. Bye.